Wednesday saw a game update to fix the pregnancy issues caused by the July 1st game update. Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video. Now the big question is, did it work and did it cause any new issues? So the Sims Direct tweeted and shared on various social media on Wednesday. Today we've released a patch reverting the changes made to pregnancies, resolving the issues reported after the July 1st update. And it linked to the patch notes and it referenced to their tweet from Tuesday, indicating that the game update was coming. Now the patch notes themselves says what the update was about. Sim pregnancy fixes. That was all that was in the update. It also shows the various version numbers depending on whether you're on PC, i.e. Windows, Mac, or console, and then it just says the usual Simmers. Today's update will fix the recent issues seen with sim pregnancy introduced on July 1st in the previous versions. The issues were related to performance optimizations and have now been reverted to resolve the issues reported. Any sim pregnancy related mods should return to their pre-update functionality, though you should check with the specific mod author for updates. And then the bug fixes where that pregnancy should work as it did prior to the base game patch on July 1st, 2025. And as I said, there were no other fixes. I know when they shared that they were doing this update, that they also referred to the ailments and how out of balance they were, pun not intended, but that was not fixed in this update. Nothing else was fixed in this update. If you want to know what your game version is, where you can find it on all platforms is in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Assuming on computer you're not using some type of main screen menu mod, then I don't know, all bets are off. But in that case, you can go to your Sims 4 user files, which is under Documents, Electronic Arts, and there's a version text file there, and it'll tell you what your version is for computer players, of course. Now the question is, did it cause any new issues? And of course, did it actually fix the pregnancy issues? Now, as for if it caused any new issues, there are some thoughts that it caused some issues with console players where they are having difficulties claiming event rewards and connecting to the gallery. Now, this bug report actually predates the game update, even though some people didn't notice it until after the update. Perhaps they didn't play until after the update. I'm not really sure. But the actual issue was first reported after the nature calling event started on Tuesday. And it says right here, they can't claim the event rewards. When they go to claim the rewards, it says that they must be connected to the internet. Even though they're connected to the internet and they've checked the settings and everything else, they can't claim them. And then other people in this thread of comments, there's a lot of comments for the fact that there's only 14 upvotes. I do think people are just not adding upvotes because I have seen a lot of comments elsewhere about this being a problem. So if you're having this problem, head over and add an upvote, especially this is specifically to console. So if you're on console and having this problem, go add an upvote to this and comment with your experience. And as I was saying in the comments further down, I got distracted by the fact there's so many comments versus the upvotes. There are people who are saying that they can also not connect to the gallery, which both of them require you to have an online connection, of course. So what EA Solar has suggested is from the main menu of The Sims, please head into Game Options, Other, and select Link EA Account button. And from there, you'll be prompted to accept the updated terms and conditions. And once that is accepted, you should be able to claim your rewards normally again. So if you're still seeing this error and can't claim your rewards after trying this, let them know and comment here. So I did see people who said that when they did this and they accepted the updated terms and conditions that they then were able to claim the rewards and also see the gallery. So I recommend you try that like they're suggesting. Now, as to whether pregnancy was fixed, there is a bug report for that, and they're saying no pregnancy after the update, even with mods turned off. Now, just a point, you can't just disable mods. You need to actually move your mods out and then also check your saves folder and whatnot. I have a list, we'll go over that. The people who I saw commenting, which there are only 11 comments there, all of them that I could see had mods in their game, and some of them said that when the mods were removed properly, that everything was working again. But if you are having a problem after the update and it is, you fully tested things, then you should be going and, commenting there. Or if you were having problems and you tested and you found what the problem was, go comment there anyway so people can know to look for that. So here I'm going to go over troubleshooting for computer players, which is particularly relevant if you're having problems with your pregnancy after updating. So do the usual, move your mods folder to your desktop. Check your saves folder for any mod settings files and move those out too if there are any. And some people who I've seen had problems, it seemed like it was like Wonderful Whims. I don't know Wicked Whims, you can't mention that on the forums, so I'm not sure if it would do the same thing. And I know they are, while they have similarities, they are different mods. Then repair your game in the EA app. Even if you've already done so, I would suggest you do that after taking your mods folder out. And on Steam, this is verify game files. Delete your local thumb cache file. And if your game works with your mods folder out, check the status of your mods. I'll go over a few that I am aware of after I finish with this. And then try doing a 50-50 with your mods. If the issue persists with your mods folder out, go to that bug report specifically if the issue is this pregnancy issue. And if it isn't, don't do a bug report, but comment on that bug report and add an upvote, of course, to it. And then if that doesn't work, try doing a factory reset of your user files. And I'll have a link to Krinrik's guide on how to do that. And it's actually pretty easy. And now, while mods and custom content are automatically disabled with most updates, they weren't disabled with this particular update because the thought was that it really shouldn't have much impact. I haven't really seen much from the modders on this, but here's some pregnancy mods that I did see over on Deadpool's Discord. So Lil Miss Sam had some updates, so you can see some of those. And then Panasama did update the childbirth mod. So you see there, it fixed an issue that caused Sims to get both pregnant and not pregnant notification when taking a pregnancy test. And the rest of the mod is now fully functional as long as you updated your game today because, it's back to the old pregnancy method. So this wasn't working during the time period since July 1st, and now it is, but there was also a fix to it. And then the pregnancy test interaction fixed by Lumpanow is now, of course, obsolete because that was trying to fix the issue with the changes, and that's been reverted back, so that issue isn't there. As I said, I haven't seen anything with respect to Wonderful Whims, and of course, either with the 18 plus Wicked Whims, because this particular channel is only the non-18 plus mods, but I usually also just follow Turbo Driver and I haven't seen anything from him. But I do know that people were having problems with pregnancy, and that is a mod that also affects pregnancy, so it is one that you should keep an eye on, and it could be causing some problems, even though I haven't seen anything official that says that it is. Now, I did already talk about the fact that the Enchanted by Nature live stream is later this evening, July 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's not being held by the Sims team. It's being hosted by T-Pain and itsmeTroi, and while it is being held at that time as a live stream, which could be like the middle of the night for some people, it should be available afterwards. They always are. Sometimes there's a little bit of a lag before it's up on YouTube to watch or rewatch as a VOD, but it will be there so you can check it out later to see whatever, the special news was. I'm not going to go over the live stream, but whatever is announced, I'll be back to share that. So I'm curious, have you updated? And if you have you had a chance to try the pregnancy, and is it working for you? And if it isn't working for you, have you tested with your mods folder out and done all the things that I have suggested here? I would love to know, but also make sure you head over to that bug report if you're having problems. But that's actually going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!